everybody, it's Ravenous Kitty, and this video definitely is coming a little bit late because I've been very busy. But this is going to be a video on Agatha. Yes, Agatha, the horrid, ugly imp woman that blocks our way into looking like this. A beautiful, sparkly kitty cat. Now, I'm here to tell you the strategy I used for the encounter and the best way to handle it and what I did at the time. And it was brutal. I must have used well over 2,000 shards, more than that. I lost count on how many times I wiped on it. I lost count, and I would try to record every attempt, and that's how it was starting to take up space on my hard drive on my computer. So I finally just stopped doing it, and then of course I get the kill, and I don't catch the actual kill on tape, which pisses me off. I was like, but I have enough of the fight, and I can show you, and I will tell you everything what you must do if you want to get this amazing, beautiful cat form. Now, this is the red variant, but for that, you just need to defeat all the dungeon bosses. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? So I did this when I was 907 item level. I went ahead and put the same gear I had at the time. I've gotten a little upgrades since then, but I'm putting on the gear I had at the time to show you what I did. Okay, and to let you know, for legendaries, I had the loofah wrappings, and I used the belt. And now I have a whole arsenal of legendaries, pretty much. I almost have all the feral legendaries. You could use Pirates, you could use the ring, but for me, after trying them all out, this is what worked best for me, alright? And Night Bloom Frond, and my Entwined Elemental Folksy. Obviously, if you have Convergence of Fates, use it. And at the time, I did not have the one I have now, this really awesome 915 Iron Level 1. I didn't have that one at the time. So, if you have that, use it. And, now it's doable. It's definitely a hard fight, and you need to not mess up. Don't mess up as many times as I did, especially when positioning things, but we'll get into that. So now I will go ahead and get into the talents, what I used at the time. I used Predator, which is a must-have, okay? You must have Predator for this fight. It's all about ads. It is an ads fight. It's not so much about Agatha. You want to make sure to keep bleeds on her, but it's not all about her. It's all about controlling those ads and keeping them down. So Predator, to keep getting those Tiger's Fury procs to get those imps down. And then I went with Balance Affinity because the way the Umbracle imps teleport, they will teleport around. That's not a good thing. And don't worry, I will get into all the details of the ads, the names, what they do. So, Balance Affinity for an increased range on your attacks by 5 yards. All your feral abilities, definitely want to do that. And this is your choice. You could Typhoon ads away, but I would use Mass Entanglement on them to try to snare the healing imps. So that's usually a good choice, to try to stop the healing. So go back and put bleeds on it if you can. Then I went with Savage Roar for this. If you're not used to doing this, it can be a little tricky. It's just the go-to thing for this fight. Do your best. You gotta keep it up as much as you can. And then I went with Jagged Wounds. And then finally, I went with the Brutal Slash method. You can do the Blood Talons method, but for me, the Brutal Slash method worked. And you just gotta time it correctly the way you'd use it. And then obviously, for food, I went ahead and just used some Nightborn Delicacy Platter, and a Flask of the Seventh Demon, and a Defiled Augment Rune. So you want to be buffed up as much as you can. And it does allow you to use the little flower that lets you do 10% less, take 10% less damage. So if you have one of those from your plants, use that. Use it. 10% less damage. But, I didn't have that many, so I did my best to save them up because, a lot of attempts, you don't want to waste them. Wait till you're comfortable with the fight. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the things that Agatha does and her actual abilities, what you need to look out for. Okay, guys. Now I will be explaining the fight here and the kill orders of the imps and things of that nature. Basically, first make sure obviously you have all your flasks up and feasts and things like that. Obviously, you have to wait for the long role play. It gets kind of irritating after a while. But you're just going to want to really make sure you're well prepared for this. And there's going to be several imps. You're going to be prioritizing the imps over Agatha, but still making sure you keep your bleeds on her. This is an ad fight. So we're going to regrowth and open with your rip. Make sure you lose your prolonged power potion. Get down those smoldering imps quickly. They will hurt you. They will definitely hurt you. They're not your friends. Make sure they get down quickly or the more damage they'll deal. That little fuming imp, the one that's following me right there, we want to either kill them or move them over to the side to where they will explode in a place where it's not going to impede your running distance and the path, because if you place the puddles in bad spots, you're going to screw yourself over and they will slow you and they stay there for the duration of the fight. And those servant imps, they heal Agatha, the ones that I just killed there. You must kill those. More and more will spawn. She will spawn a shield. You must get down that shield, and as soon as it's down, make sure you keep your interrupt for her Dark Fury attack. If you don't interrupt it immediately, you will die. No question about it. And then the Umbracle imps there, you must kill those. She gets an immune shield from them. So the Umbracle imps are always priority when they come out. And they will teleport around, so that's why if you took the Balance Affinity, it will help you with range. And just keep your damage on her. And as you can see, I put the puddles over to the right there. So you want to do your best to keep puddles out of the way. It can get hard, it definitely can, when they start spawning a lot. Once again, I blew them away there, and you just keep your rips on them, keep dots on them, you kill a couple shreds if you have to. I let a fuming imp explode in the middle. That's not good, but that's what's going to happen. So basically, this entire fight, she's going to also keep throwing little spells at you the whole time with these little purple things on the floor. You can dodge them. It's not that hard. It's not that big of a deal. You can dodge. And make sure, though, you interrupt that shield right away. And get on those healing imps. And that's pretty much the first phase. And now there are going to be boulders. When she gets to 50%, boulders start coming down. Don't get hit by those. I got hit by those plenty of times. They will hurt you bad. So boulders are not a good thing. And so she teleports to this little tiny platform where you need to also deal with dropping the fuming imp's pool of death. Try to kill the imp if you can. But if you can't, oh well. Do the best you can. And now, it's pretty much everything you need to know about it. Because this is just a rinse and repeat fight at this point. Once she gets down to 47% or so. She'll teleport again, as you can see, and the servant imps will keep spawning throughout the whole fight. So the imps are there the whole fight. And then, as you can see, that new green pool, once she's teleporting around with the boulders for the rest of the fight, they will spawn there, and you just need to dodge them. That's the only extra attack she gets. So, just to sum it up, basically, you want to get down the smoldering imps quickly. They deal more damage the more they're up. The fuming imps will explode on you, deal a good amount of damage, and leave a puddle on the ground. The servant imps will heal her, so get them down. If they build up, it can definitely hurt you. And the umbrical imps, make sure you must get the umbrical imps down, or you cannot do any damage to Agatha. She'll be immune to damage, and when her shield, if you damage the shield down enough, interrupt her immediately when her shield is off, so that way you can interrupt the Dark Fury. It's not a good thing. That is pretty much just the summary of what has happened, what you have to do. It's just a lot of rinse and repeat and really watching yourself. I hope you guys found this helpful. I did finally eventually kill her after many deaths. So good luck to all of you, and may Agatha be dead and you get your beautiful new cat form. Please like and subscribe. Bye, guys. So that was just a quick little guide, and hopefully it was good. And obviously I recorded that before this, so I'm kind of meshing in things a little bit. And I did use Typhoon in that attempt instead of the Entangling Roots, but it doesn't really matter. That was the best footage I had. Good luck to you all, and I will see you all soon. Bye!